What's up, everybody? Finally back. Had a hurricane that blew through back in August. Yes, August of last year. Knocked out power here at the house for several days, and then internet took a little bit longer to get back. And during all that time, I don't know. I just sort of didn't miss Farming Simulator all that much. I mean, I don't know. It's somewhat of a grind to make these videos. I just guess I just needed a break. But anyway, it's good to be back, and we're here on Forgotten Forest, which is my new map, available on NLAgaming.com/FS19 if you want to go download that, and I'll try to remember to put it in the comments below. But this is a 4X login map that I just threw together. Let me pull up the PDA here. You can kind of see. So nothing fancy, just a sort of a river that flows down from the mountains and kind of widens as it gets into the lower country. A bridge over the river there about middle of the map, and then the one sawmill down here, and the shops across the river. Now the cool thing about this map, or I guess the interesting thing about it, is there are no roads. The only real road is the bridge across the river. So you gotta build your own road from the shop to the bridge, and then from the bridge to the sawmill, which I've already done that. I thought about starting over because this was actually my test map that I was, test save that I was working on. And yeah, it took me like 2.5 hours, I think, non-stop to make a road from the shop to the bridge, and then from the bridge to the sawmill. And I've actually gone a little bit further than that. If you look there kind of to the left of the sawmill, you see the little yellow dot below that sort of mountain looking thing there. I started building a road up towards a little landing I've got up there, which is going to be difficult to get there. I'm not even sure how anybody's going to get there. It'll be interesting to see how everybody plays this map. But anyway, like I said, this is a 4X map, so unless you're just really enthusiastic about cutting down a lot of trees and, on single player, this is probably more for multiplayer. I haven't had anybody test it in multiplayer yet, so I'm hoping everything works out alright, but it should. But if you're running any issues with multiplayer or anything like that, or anything really, any issue, just let me know. I'll try to get that fixed. So what I thought we'd do today, let's see, I don't remember my buttons to get rid of that. So we're just gonna hop in one of the vehicles, and we're gonna just get started cutting some trees. You can see here's my road that I built, and so basically I just cut all the trees, threw them off to the side, picked them up later, and there's still a few on the sides of the road. And then I took a plow. Actually, it was the FDR bulldozer. It was this bulldozer here, which has the blade actually plows the ground. And then I went back with this tractor. I think it was that one. Let me see if I don't. Yeah, I didn't have any other ones. So there's a cultivator around here somewhere. Yeah, it's over there. You can barely see it over there. And so I've just cultivated to kind of make it look more like a real dirt road, You can see there's the plow, and then where I cultivated it looks a little better. It looks more like a road. I actually do have under the miscellaneous. Now this comes, let's see, did I put this? No, this does not come with the map, but I do have it. Oh, I don't even have it in here. Well, okay, never mind. The building material silo that's actually on my website, Farming Simulator 19, the NLAgaming.com/Farming Simulator 19 or FS19. If you scroll down there, towards the bottom, I think, of that list of mods, there's the silo, which has all the building materials: the gravel, asphalt, concrete, dirt, 2 or 3 others. I think sand's one of them. So if you wanted to build a road, you can. Now, the other thing I had to do about this map was this map right now as it is not seasons compatible. when I added in the extra building materials and stuff, it kind of knocked out the season stuff. The map won't even load if you have seasons. It'll give you, I think it says something about too many fruit types or something like that, if I remember correctly, something along those lines. So seasons won't work, unfortunately. What I may do is go back and take the building materials out and then add seasons in. And then also the other thing is if you go to the escape and you click on lands, you own the whole thing. I didn't bother this time to do any farmlands or anything like that, you know, tracts of timber that you can purchase and cut. I may go back and do that as well, but I'm not sure about that yet. It just depends on demand. You know, if people want it, I'll make it, but if not, then I won't worry about it, because I mean, to me, the fun part of it is with a map like this, you know, since there are no farmlands and roads and stuff where you can have easily access to the tracts of timber and stuff, and take a look and see where you want to start and all that, I figured the best thing to do is just to have everybody own the land all at once, and then you can just kind of make your own path. But what I think I'm going to do is I've got quite a bit of trees still left along these roads. I think I'm gonna go pick those up, and we'll work on getting some of that cut up, and then probably figure out where we want to go from there. So let's go get us a good many trees drug up, and then we'll process those, and then maybe towards the end of the video we can start looking at where we want to go next. But yeah, like I said, it took me somewhere right around 2.5 hours to cut all these trees for this road, plow it, cultivate it. So I wasn't about to go through all that again. I'm just gonna drive on down here until I start running out of trees, because like I said, I've already picked some of them up. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to do, let's go ahead and get this pulled back up again. The other thing I want to do is probably somewhere, probably if I can find a decent enough flat spot, somewhere probably to the, I guess that'd be the east of the shop, maybe even northeast, maybe up there. Let's see, we can just go back up to here so you can see my mouse. Either somewhere right in this area, or somewhere maybe up in here. I know there's a flat spot, it looks like right there. I might build a road up to there. Maybe, you know, maybe from this road that I've got built right at the bridge, maybe come up this way, up through this little pass right here, and then over. Oh gosh, I don't even know how we're gonna navigate this huge valley right there, but we'll have to figure some way of right in here. I think maybe is a good spot, or like I said, maybe easier just to do down in here somewhere. But I want to put in the production sawmill, and then what I'll have to do is, let's see, we'll have to, it'd be kind of cool to truck the lumber somewhere. So I don't know, maybe you know, over here back on this side somewhere, if we put the production sawmill up there, it'd be a pretty good ways to get back around down through there somehow. Anyway, we'll figure out a place to put the production sawmill, and then I want to put a place where we can sell the lumber. But I want to make it to where we have to build some roads, you know, so we can truck it somewhere instead of just, you know, like putting it at the sawmill. We've already got a road. You know, if we put it here, we just go, you know, around and down and then over, and then we're there. It's not really a whole lot of fun, but we'll figure something out and get that production sawmill going and a place to sell it. I really like this skidder. This skidder right here, except for my 635, I still like that. But I don't know, something about this. It's just a lot easier, I think, on the winch skidders to use. I see there's more trees back up here. Golly, I thought I'd gotten most of these back in here. It's just a lot easier with the winch to hook up the trees and drag them and all that stuff, and because with the other skidder, I never can remember exactly what all the controls and stuff are. And I always get people ask me about this equipment. You know, where is it? Where'd I get it? And what is it? And all that stuff. I'll just try as I get in each piece of equipment. I'll try to remember where I got them and what they're called and all that. But this particular skidder right here is the John Deere. I don't know if that's correct or not. I can't remember. But anyway, it's from Mountain State Modding. If you just go to mountainstatemodding.com. You'll find it over there. I'm just going to try to hook up some easy ones as I go along here. I'd really like to get that one out of the way, but gotta be careful backing up. We'll head on back with this soil. I think this is enough for now. But yeah, so we're starting this series here on Forgotten Forest, and we'll do quite a few episodes here on Forgotten Forest, and then we'll come back and start another series. I'm not quite sure yet. Well, I do want to go back to Deep Logging, so got that map. But then there's also a one that just came out. I think it's called Eladin or something like that. Eladin, or I can't remember how it's spelled, but probably starting something on that too. I haven't even checked the map out yet. But then there's also one that I've been thinking about doing. It's called No Man's Land, and from what I've seen of it, basically it's sort of like a build your own type thing. I know that there's a house or something, farmhouse or something other, where you can like rest, and there's that, and there's also a wood chipper that'll earn you money. I think you may like start off with like 1 or 2 pieces of land. There's like no fields and stuff. You got to basically kind of like start from scratch. So I don't know, may do something with that map too, but just have to see how that map looks. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is FDR Loggins' machine. This is the John Deere 2954D with the, I think this is the Wartara Advanced head on there, I think. One of the ones. One of the heads, I can't remember which one. He's got 2. And this head, this Wartara head here, it will cut the big trees. So and there are some bigger trees on this map as well. I scaled them up. I think it was 1.6. So they're not huge, but I wanted to make sure that the chainsaw would cut them and that this machine would. And I knew that just from previous maps and stuff I've done that this scale of 1.6 works. So if you're looking for bigger trees, then you have to look somewhere else. Oops. I think I just slung a tree somewhere. That's just great. Let's be the other end. Yeah, I still haven't opened up this area enough yet to not catch the tops of the trees on some other trees that are still standing back there and stuff like that. So I'm gonna open this up just a little bit more. I thought I had enough last time, but apparently not. I wasn't really intending on this being a landing at first, because if you sort of look at the map, you can see where we're sitting at. It's kind of, I don't know, I guess if you were to draw a line, the map would, or the road coming from the bridge on the shop side would kind of come right through where we're at and then kind of maybe curve back just south of those cliffs right there. So I was intending on this, like, you know, from this road going to the bridge, then maybe having it extend back this way, you know, and kind of come, I guess, back down this way, and then from here, I'm not really sure. I guess we'd have to go back up this way. Maybe over this ridge. And up that way somewhere. But you can see it kind of starts to get real steep real quick over here. So I wasn't really intending on that being a landing, but I was trying to find a spot to where I could just temporarily set up and cut a few trees and make a few loads to the sawmill just to make some money. So like I said, we'll probably just cut a few more loads of trees right here in this spot, and then we'll maybe by the end of the video try to find us a good place to go set up for a more permanent location. Alright, I think that was all of the tree. Well, the one I threw over there, I think this one got thrown when I was working earlier. Alright, let's walk down here and grab some of these since they're close. So I've been playing a fair amount of SnowRunner while I was on my break from Farming Simulator. In fact, gosh, I didn't even pick Farming Simulator back up until, oh, I don't know, it was sometime last month, I guess. Yeah, from late August or so until sometime last month in December, I never even opened Farming Simulator. Just had no desire whatsoever to play it. But I kind of had the itch about making that 4X map, so I thought I'll get back into it. And then once I played a little bit testing this map, I was kind of starting to get back into it. So time to get back into making videos and all that good stuff. That did not go like I wanted it to. I'll go down here and grab this other big tree, and then we'll leave the rest for later. Because I do want to show you my road I made. Now the trick with my big trees and FDR's equipment is you can't clamp down all the way. You can see the rollers are clamped down all the way, but my little grapple arms, which you can't really see, if I close down all the way, well, it'll work there, I guess, but it's it gets a little tricky sometimes. I think when you first try to pick the tree up, I had some problems with it, but I found out pretty quick if you just don't close the grapple all the way down, it should work. You don't really even need them. And again, except for that tractor, well, except for the skidder and the tractor we were just in chipping up those pieces, most of my equipment's from FDR Logging. Now this log trailer is not, and the truck's not, but this is the Pitts log trailer. I'm not sure who made it, I can't remember. And then the truck is, of course, all it's going to say is that. I can't remember where I got that either, but there's lots of those Peterbilts floating around. Well, I didn't load that too well, but we'll see how it works. I think it should strap down okay. It'll ride. Alright, let's go check out this road I got built from here to the sawmill. It's not straight either. It's actually a little bit of a challenge. Well, we're a little, not really top heavy, but we're kind of high in some spots, so with this cultivated ground, it's not exactly stable. Now if we had FDR's trailer, it would it'd be pretty rock steady, but I decided to go with this other one just because I don't know, I kind of like it, and just to do something a little different. And FDR's trailers are so heavy, you almost have to haul them with his trucks, and I don't like his trucks. They're not detailed enough and no brands on them or whatever, so I like going with my Peterbilts and Kenworths and stuff, so go with these trucks and this trailer. But you can see that the trailer's already kind of topsy-turvy there, so you have to go kind of slow. But right up here somewhere, it takes a hard left. I think it's, yeah, it's right here. So this is another, if you remember from my PDA, how I showed you where the that little yellow dot is up ahead there. That's another road I was working on. I was just going to extend it on out this way, and that could be another possibility too of doing some logging. We could come up this way somewhere, and maybe go off to one of these sides, up one of these hills or something. I don't know. It's pretty steep, but I was basically just kind of putting another little section of road in just to see what everything was kind of looking like. So we could kind of maybe go up here somewhere, and that's his rocks there, so you can't go there. But we'll figure out some way to somewhere to go and get us a good spot set up. There's a fairly flat area, but I don't know. I'm not really too heavily into the super steep logging with like yarders and all that stuff, and maybe even using harvesters and forwarders and all that stuff. I'm just not really too big into that. I mean, I like using them, but I like the track machines where I can fill up, the fellow bunchers and all that good stuff. More of the southern U.S. style logging, I guess you could say, since that's where I'm from and what I'm used to. Alright, so yeah, I take a hard left there, and then we're coming up this hill. So it's a pretty cool little road. I didn't want to build it just terribly straight, plus, with all the terrain and stuff, it was a little hard to build it completely straight. And there's a few little curves here and there you got to watch out for. This trailer does get a little tippy, as you can see, so you just got to go slow. But once you get past some of those curves, you can ramp on up the speed and get going. Just got to really slow down for the curves. And here's another hard left. I'm probably going to eventually, back there behind us where that road makes that left, I'm probably eventually going to extend this road straight back behind the truck there. Just make another little road back up there somewhere. Just build us a little network of roads so we can have some good spots to go log. And that's what's fun about this map to me is, when I played Wilhelmina Forest and Deep Log, and there were no roads to speak of, so you had to build your own, which I kind of like that, of just sort of, instead of the roads, being all out there for you, maybe not the way you wanted them, you just build them the way you do want them with this map, so it's kind of fun. I put in the wood chipper, the wood chip dump ramp thing by Expendables Modding, so you can see that there. It does have there are some issues with putting that down, I will say that. I don't know what it is. Seems like here lately, every map that I make, when you start try to put down placeables, even though there is absolutely nothing in this whole sawmill area except for the buildings, for some reason it says cannot deform the terrain, cannot place here, or whatever. I've done the ground collision maps. I don't know what else to do, so if anybody has any ideas about that, let me know. But otherwise, you'll just have to sort of play with it until you get that, until you can put a placeable somewhere. I don't have a loader yet here, so I'm just going to kind of back in here where I know the wood will sell. We'll just do it this way for now. But, nothing fancy here at the sawmill. I've left a huge open area. Sort of did it on purpose. I may try to see, I don't think it will, but the production sawmill may fit in here. I don't know, that thing is huge, so it may not fit, but if it does, possibility I could put it here, and then I could truck the wood somewhere else, or the lumber somewhere else to sell it. And it's got some few decoration items around. That trailer right there does nothing, it's just decoration. All this lumber stack is just decoration. Again, those trailers are just decoration, so Nothing much really here at the sawmill other than just the wood chip and the wood cell point. I'm not really sure why I did that. I may straighten that back out at some point. And you can notice the trees kind of popping in as we come across this bridge here. I did that on purpose. I set the clip distance on these trees pretty low, so that way I can add more and it won't affect the FPS. So you can see right now with my machine, of course I've got this is my gaming machine, so it's a pretty beefy computer, I guess. Not like super top of the line, but it's pretty up there. So you can see I'm running 60 FPS at the moment. Even around some of this other equipment and stuff that usually when you get around other equipment it'll affect the frame rate, but even with all these trees and stuff I'm still kind of pegged out right there at 60, so I'm pretty happy with this setup. And I've talked about my gaming PC in other videos and stuff, so I'm not going to get into all that, but it's a Ryzen machine, Ryzen 7. Not super fast, but and then I've got a Radeon 50, I think it's the 5600 XT, I believe is what I'm running. Alright, so what I would like to do is figure out where we want to set up sort of more permanently. So let's look at this. We don't have to go over there on that other side where the sawmill's at. I was just cutting a road up there to see. Actually, if you can kind of see right on the far left, the very far edge of the map, on the left-hand side, right in the middle, I've got some kind of pre-made landing stuff set up there. So I was kind of trying to see if I can work my way to that, but that's going to be a challenge, I tell you, because from where that little yellow dot is, up in between those two rock formations, it's not bad. But once you get those rock formations and start heading north, that's some pretty rugged terrains. I'm not really sure how I'm going to get there. So let's see here. I tell you what, we're not very far away from this flat spot, so let me go see if I can locate that. And we'll do that real quick and then maybe see if that's a decent spot for us to set up camp. But you can see it gets pretty steep through here. Make sure I'm headed in the right direction. I just want to see if this is going to be a good spot to put our production sawmill. It may not be. Let's see, do I have... I can't remember what the... Maybe it's Alt or Shift. Anyway, I can't remember what the easy production tools are. Turn on my super speed, but I don't even remember what that is. Alright, well, so far this is not looking too flat. Once you plop down a building, you know, as they're placeable, it will deform the terrain and smooth it, but I always kind of like to look for a somewhat decent flat spot to begin with, and then when you plop down the building it doesn't look terrible. You don't have to use the landscaping tool very much to flatten it up back out. Alright, well, I'm not seeing a whole lot right now. This is still on somewhat of a slope. I know this is terribly exciting, but just hang with me. Or you can skip past this part. But I'm thinking right up here, looks like it gets a little bit flatter. Yeah, it's looking a little bit flatter up here. So maybe this might be a good spot, kind of right in this area. Yeah, this is oh yeah, this is going to work right here. So we'll put our production sawmill right here where I was kind of thinking. This is a nice flat spot. We'll get all these trees cut once we figure out a way to get up here. Get all these trees cut, and this will be where our production sawmill will go. Right in here. And so I'm guessing that we're just going to have to make us a road basically the same way that we came up, just kind of right along the edge of that terrain. So we'll probably end up making us a road. We'll come out straight this way, and I believe I said go down here. But now from here where to go I'm not sure, because that was awfully steep there. We may have to come back up this way and maybe come up a ridge somewhere. Well, I don't know, that really drops off too. I don't know, we'll figure it out, but I don't want to bore you with that. But I know where the production sawmill is going to go. I just got to figure out how to get there. And that's the fun part too, is trying to figure out where you can safely put in roads, you know, to get there. And so, like I said, we may have to come along this way, and then at some point, I don't know, at some point it's going to get steep. So I may end up having to use the landscape tool after all, just to help build a road in there. But anyway, this is Forgotten Forest, and next time we come back, I'll try to maybe off camera figure out a good place to start putting in a road to get there. And like I said, if I go back here where we can see what's happening here, I may end up having to come up this way, maybe through this little pass right here, and then up and around, maybe up to here. That'd be a terribly long way, but I just don't see any good way because it gets really steep right in these couple of spots. I mean, unless we could come this way and then up there, but I think that's gonna be pretty steep too. Gosh, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, we're gonna come back next time on Forgotten Forest, and hopefully I'll have us a somewhat of a idea of where to go to get to the production sawmill, because I would like to put that in and start actually making some lumber, and then actually having to truck it a good ways to sell it, which it may not be a bad place to put some kind of like a universal sell point there at the sawmill. Of course, the wood chip sell point actually will accept lumber and sell it there, so you might just do that, but I don't know, we'll think about that and see. But anyway, that's Forgotten Forest for this time. Glad to be back making videos for you. I'll try to get another video up on Friday. And then until then, have a good one. We'll see you later.